Britain's strategy isn't just military, it's a general model for winning without overcommitting. Patience. Don't rush decisions. Wait for conditions to favor you. Indirect leverage. Influence competitors through alliances, market positioning, or supply chains. System thinking. Look at long-term sustainability, not short-term gains. Resource preservation. Protect your core assets instead of burning out on small battles. Example, Amazon waited years to dominate e-commerce markets, building logistics first rather than fighting every competitor immediately. You can even use these principles in daily life. Patience. Wait for opportunities instead of rushing decisions. Indirect pressure. Influence outcomes subtly rather than forcing them. Preserve your resources. Don't spend all energy on small fights. Think systemically. Plan your career, finances, and relationships with long-term effects in mind. The same mindset that let Britain dominate the seas can help you navigate life more effectively. Whether in geopolitics, business, or personal life, the smartest moves are often the ones you don't make immediately. You conserve resources, shape the environment, and wait for the moment when victory comes almost automatically. Another powerful mindset of the British was, why rule it when we can control it? This is classic indirect power thinking. Britain often asked, do we need to occupy territory fully? No. Can we achieve our goals with trade, treaties, and influence? Yes. Can we make the other side overextend and exhaust themselves? Yes. Examples: China, Opium Wars. Britain didn't conquer all of China. It forced compliance through trade and naval threat. Egypt, Suez Canal, control through political and financial influence rather than full-scale annexation. India, initially indirect via the East India Company, later direct when needed, always cautious. The guiding idea: maximize leverage, minimize cost and risk. Put together, it looks like this. 1. Build systems that reward strategic thinking. 2. Be patient and let time work for you. 3. Use indirect control whenever possible. 4. Preserve core assets instead of overcommitting. 5. Force rivals to exhaust themselves without fighting or wars. 6. Strike decisively only when victory is almost guaranteed. This mindset is why Britain dominated the seas for 200+ years without always winning the biggest battles. Before we end this video, let me share with you the British strategy playbook. What made them great? Core principle: control the system, conserve your resources, be patient, and let time and leverage do the heavy lifting. Step 1. Build strong foundations, institutions, and systems. Historical example: Royal Navy, Bank of England, global trade networks, enabled sustained action without overextension. Modern geopolitics: countries build robust institutions, military, economy, diplomacy, before attempting global influence. Business: invest in scalable systems, processes, and culture before aggressive expansion. Personal life: build habits, routines, and savings that give you long-term stability. Step 2. Know when not to fight. Patience. Historical example: Britain avoided risky battles when victory wasn't assured. Fleet preservation. Modern geopolitics: the US avoids direct conflict in unfavorable situations, relying on alliances and economic pressure. Business: wait for market conditions to favor you. Don't chase every competitor immediately. Personal life: avoid emotional or hasty decisions. Wait for opportunities that maximize success. Step 3. Use indirect control, leverage, and influence. Historical example: China and the Opium Wars. Britain didn't conquer China, but forced compliance through trade, treaties, and naval presence. Modern geopolitics: economic sanctions, trade agreements, alliances, or cyber influence instead of direct war. Business. Influence competitors through partnerships, supply chains, or market positioning rather than outright confrontation. Personal life. Achieve goals by shaping your environment. Use persuasion, negotiation, or positioning instead of brute force. Step 4. Preserve your core assets. Resource management. Historical example. Britain preserved fleets and finances while letting rivals exhaust themselves. Modern geopolitics. Countries avoid overextending militarily or economically. Maintain reserves. Business. Protect cash flow, intellectual property, and key personnel before risking large investments. Personal life. Protect health, energy, and relationships. Don't spend all resources on small battles. Step 5. Force rivals to overextend. Let others exhaust themselves. Historical example. France, Germany, and China spent themselves thin, chasing British interests. Modern geopolitics. Allies and competitors absorb the cost of conflicts while you maintain stability. Business. Let competitors overcommit, then capitalize when they weaken. Personal life. Let others overreact or overinvest in tea. Step 6. Strike decisively when. Step 6. Strike decisively when advantage is clear. Historical example. Trafalgar, 1805. Britain waited for a favorable situation, then destroyed the French-Spanish fleet. Modern geopolitics. U.S. decisive interventions in World War II, or selective use of economic, military pressure. Business. Launch major initiatives when timing and conditions guarantee maximum impact. Personal life. Take bold actions only when preparation and circumstances favor success. Step 7. Think systemically. Long-term planning. Historical example. Britain viewed trade, navy, finance, and diplomacy as a single system. Modern geopolitics integrated military, economic, and diplomatic strategies. Business. Combine marketing, operations, finance, and partnerships in long-term planning. Personal life. Align career, finances, relationships, and health with your long-term vision. Let's take the British strategy mindset and apply it to our health, relationships, and daily life. Think of it as strategic life management with conserve your energy, shape your environment, be patient, and act decisively when conditions are favorable. 1. Foundations first. Build robust systems. Health. Build routines for sleep, exercise, and diet. Prepare healthy meals in advance. Schedule workouts. Invest in preventive care, checkups, dental, mental health. Relationships. Build trust, respect, and communication habits. Establish regular check-ins with friends/family/partner. Create small rituals that strengthen bonds. Daily life. Organize your environment. Clean space. Tools ready. Schedules planned. Automate repetitive tasks. Bills, shopping, reminders. Build habits that reduce friction in daily decisions. Britain had its Navy and Bank of England. You need your personal systems. 2. Patience. Don't rush. Wait for the right moment. Health. Don't expect instant fitness results. Stick to long-term routines. Let recovery and rest work for you rather than overtraining. Relationships. Don't rush conflicts or decisions. Wait for the right time to discuss sensitive topics. Let trust build gradually instead of forcing closeness. Daily life. Avoid impulsive purchases or emotional reactions. Plan big projects carefully. Don't jump in unprepared. Patience equals using time as your ally, not your enemy. 3. Indirect control. Shape the environment. Health. Keep healthy snacks visible, junk food hidden. Surround yourself with active friends. Join communities that support your habits. Relationships. Encourage positive behaviors indirectly. Leave thoughtful notes. Show appreciation. Change the environment. Shared activities strengthen bonds naturally. Daily life. Reduce distractions. Remove clutter. Silence notifications. Make good choices. The default. Britain didn't conquer China fully. They shaped conditions. You do the same with your environment. 4. Preserve your core resources: energy, time, mental space. Health. Avoid burnout. Don't overtrain or overcommit to diets. Prioritize sleep and mental health. Relationships. Set boundaries. Avoid toxic people draining your energy. Focus on meaningful connections. Daily life. Protect your focus. Batch tasks. Delegate when possible. Save money and time for important priorities. Britain preserved fleets and finances. You preserve your energy, health, and attention. 5. Let others overextend. Avoid unnecessary conflicts. Health. Don't get dragged into fads that drain time or money. Let external pressures, peer trends, unhealthy challenges pass without engaging. Relationships. Avoid arguing over small issues. Pick your battles. Don't fight for approval constantly. Focus on meaningful efforts. Daily life. Don't compete unnecessarily with everyone else. Avoid reacting to every minor stress. Conserve energy. Britain let rivals overextend. You pick your battles wisely. 6. Strike decisively when advantage is clear. Health. Push hard on goals when you're prepared, e.g., start a fitness challenge with planning and proper nutrition. Relationships. Have important conversations when emotions are stable and timing is right. Take bold initiatives in building connections when the context is favorable. Daily life. Launch big projects or make major life changes when conditions align. Don't act half-prepared or impulsively. Timing is everything. Make your decisive moves count. 7. Think systemically. Plan for decades, not days. Health. View habits as an investment in long-term well-being. Avoid quick fixes. Think of cumulative effect. Relationships. Build trust and communication patterns that last. Invest in people who are aligned with your long-term life goals. Daily life. Align finances, career, and personal goals into a coherent system. Avoid fragmented efforts. See how every choice interacts. Britain thought of trade, navy, and diplomacy as a system. Think of your life as a connected system. In summary, the British strategy mindset. 1. Foundations first. Build robust systems. 2. Patience. Wait for the right moment. 3. Indirect control. Shape the environment. Don't force it. 4. Preserve resources. Avoid waste and overcommitment. 5. Let rivals overextend. Time is your ally. 6. Strike decisively, only when success is likely. 7. Think systemically. Plan for decades, not days. 8. This mindset allows you to win without unnecessary risk, whether in empires, markets, or life.